Right, this is a video for a Volkswagen Golf. It's a 2-litre GTI turbo. Car's registered KJ55OJS. Very unique car, condition and history really. Also specification, this car's fitted with a full black leather interior and a big sat-nav system, heated seats, plus a few other bits and bobs. Car's had just one private owner from new and has a full Volkswagen history from start to finish and is in quite superb condition. I'm just going to go around the car for you. Around the front of the car here, you see the lenses all good. The bonnet is remarkably free of stone chipping. It's got a couple of very light ones, but they are minuscule. And then headlight and lens there in top order. Coming to the sorry, a second, I'm just gonna volume working on the video. A bit shaky, there we go, right. So offside front wing, perfect. Alloy's really good, just a little bit of curbing just on the outside of the wheel, but it is very minor. Panel work down this side is in extraordinary condition, it really is. It's just so crisp. Rear wheel alloy there is pretty much unmarked, can't see anything on that at all. Just going to go down the flank just so you can see just how mirror smooth that offside of the car is. Around the back here, wonderful condition. No marks, no scrapes, nothing on there at all. All the lenses perfect. And then near side, as with the offside there, just completely mirror smooth. It's a wonderful, wonderful car, and this is how it came to us. We just cleaned it. Near side alloy, which normally takes the brunt of it, is in really good condition. I can't see any marks in there at all. And again, the panel work, just wonderful. Just really rare to see them as good as this. And then final near side alloy, just a couple of very, very light marks on there, but you'd have to be pretty hard on the car to criticise it for that. So the exterior of the car, it's as good as you'll see for the age of the car. Just coming to the boot area, nice big boot on the Golf, and in the back here it's in wonderful, wonderful condition again. It's got that kind of new look about it, which is remarkable given the age of the car. Well, just to show you the back seat of the car, the back seat area, again, just looks in just pristine condition in the back here. It's a wonderful, wonderful condition there. So driver's door card, again, as with the rest of the car, fantastic condition. The only marks you can see here, just you can see, just basically where someone's put their maybe a ring on their finger or something, but it's just the indentations. It hasn't taken the paint off, but that's about as much wear as I can find on the inside of this car, because the rest of it is amazing condition. These leather seats, heavily bolstered. The bolsters are really, really good. The tints, a bit of just rub wear on there, but nothing at all. Just fantastically comfortable seats. Passenger one here, again, in utterly superb condition. Right, so inside the car now with the engine running. So I'm going to take the handbrake off, so it just shows that there's no warning light for that. Quickly show you there, got the full owner's manual pack and the locking wheel nut key next to it, so they're all good and intact. Video really doesn't do justice to just how clean and kind of factory fresh it looks in here. It's in unbelievable condition. As you can see there, you've got this lovely big sat-nav system, dual zone climate control, and you've got your heated seat buttons there as well. 6-speed gearbox, gator, everything's about in wonderful, wonderful condition. Going across to the steering wheel, really lovely, sporty leather-bound steering wheel on there. As you can see there, engine is running, 64,547 miles currently recorded. No warning lights on the car, apart from obviously the fuel lights, as you can see. But realistically speaking, inside the car, simply cannot be faulted. So quickly, just to show you the logbook for the car, V5, KJ55OJS. As you can see there, one private owner and no recorded previous keepers at all on the car. So finally, the service book, and you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 VW dealer main dealer services on the car. Last one conducted at 59,000 miles. We'll be servicing the car prior to the car leaving us as well. Right, this is a video for a Volkswagen Golf 2-litre GTI, registered KJ55OJS. Mileage, start of this short road test, is 64,538 miles. This video should follow on from a walk around and appraisal video of the car, which details the service history and ownership of the vehicle as well. The purpose of the road test today, as limited as it may be, is as much to do with the fact that we now sell to customers all over the near continent and the UK, and we just want to give people the reassurance, if they're coming to us, that the car drives exactly as it should, or if there's any issues that we can tell you about, we'll let you know before you make that trip to us. Obviously, if you're going to invest a lot of time, effort and money to come and see us, I think the least we can do is to ensure that when you do get here, what you come to see is what you expect to see. So what I try and do with these is to do it in an order for you, as you'd probably do yourself when you came to see the car. So starting really with the engine, given obviously the service history, you'll probably know the answers to most of what I'm about to tell you anyway. So engine starts beautifully, hot or cold, settles to an immediate and very, very quiet idle, very even idle as well, doesn't hunt around or anything like that. There's no smoke from the back of the car, there's no odours, nothing. It's exactly as you'd expect from one of these engines. So in essence, a really great engine. Pulls beautifully. There's no turbo noise. It just makes it's actually a very nice sounding engine for a turbo engine, which can be quite bland sounding. This does have quite a nice sporty note to it. But the car pulls absolutely beautifully. I can't fault the engine at all. I've driven a couple of them to know what they should drive like, and this is a very, very fine example. Engine obviously drives then through the clutch and the gearbox. Clutch first, bites beautifully, absolutely the right spot. Not a hint of wear in the clutch at all. There's no judders, no strange noises, no variation in engine note when the clutch is in or out. Clutch pedal itself is utterly silent. There's no squeaks, no clicks from ratchets or otherwise. So again, can't fault the clutch. Gearbox, really, really good gearbox in these Golfs. Really meaty throw and feel to the gear change. Very precise, nice and quick. You're not going to be hunting around for gears in the car. It's a really, really good gear shift. So just up and down the gearbox is very easy indeed. It's quite short in the throw, but without being sort of obstructive when you try and get into gear. Like I said, I can't feel between the engine through to the clutch and gearbox, faultless. I cannot fault that in any way. I don't think anybody could if it came to drive the car. Onto kind of the steering next. Really, obviously the steering's really good in the Golfs anyway. It's a really nice nice setup. It's quick without being over sharp. It's confidence inspiring. When you drive quick with some cars and they've got quite a quick rack, they can get quite nervous over yumps and bumps, and you've got to be on your toes. But this is a very, very, very competent fast car, and even over sort of the corners like the one coming up now, just dove into it a bit quicker. Just lovely and neutral, really, really is. Just push it in. The body control's really good. There's no wear through the steering at all. I can't feel a shimmy, a judder, any hint of any wear through the suspension at all. The ride of the car is beautiful for what is actually a very, very fine handling car. So you're looking at something that doesn't exhibit any noticeable wear in the drive of the car that I can sense at all. And given the fact that it was driven to us best about 100 miles from a chap that does motorsport tuition and is very, very fussy about his cars, he came back beaming, saying it was a mighty fine car. So
In terms of suspension, steering, again, cannot find fault with the car, really can't. What I try and do when going at any kind of speed is listen out to things like, you know, a bit of wind hiss or intrusion that might have come through. That could sort of suggest they might have a, you know, a windscreen seal gone, or one of the windows isn't sealed quite right. But again, you know, very quiet, you know, very, very, very refined car. You know, VW know their market. They know exactly how to please their previous customers and potential new ones. So you've got something that, you know, is a very solid beast to drive. It doesn't alienate those by being too extreme, and it's not soft either. So you've got a really, really nice car that, you know, it can change from being a very comfortable, very, very capable long distance cruiser. It's as comfortable as any car I've driven over long distance. But also it then gives you, its kind of alter ego is this very, very sharp handling car. It's not just sharp, it's the precision that it does it with that belies the suppleness of the suspension, really. So you can have fun in the car when you want, and then back off and just cruise very, very quietly indeed. Inside the car itself, as you know from the previous appraisal, you know what I think of the interior. It's, you know, it is in wonderful condition. Obviously a static video doesn't really tell you exactly how everything then fits together when you're on the move, is any noises or otherwise. Well, no, obviously, you know, Golf build quality is renowned, but, you know, the way, you know, you certainly had the one private owner, as you know, but the way they've kept this car is in absolutely wonderful condition. The usual failings on them, but God's not got a tickly throat now. You know, some of the, you know, plastics can get worn away if you're not too careful. But I said, you know, whoever's had the car, either they're wearing gloves or they're incredibly gentle to the touch. Pardon me. But, you know, the dash itself, I'm looking at the dash now, nice, big, bold, simple dials. You can take in the information very, very easily. You only got 4 main dials anyway, so rev counter, speedo, and fuel and temperature gauge, pardon me. But there's no warning lights on the car. Engine's absolutely perfect, totally even idle here. And then onto the centre, we've got this lovely big sat-nav system, really clear, really easy to use. A very, very, very sought-after option on this car, as is obviously the leather interior that I'm currently sat on, and the seats are fantastically comfortable. You know, again, they're solid on the base. There's no rocking where, you know, someone's worn them out. It's, you know, it's really well screwed together car. All the other plastics cannot fault. You know, it really, really can't fault. You know, there's not a noise or a squeak or moan from the interior of the car, even over some sort of pretty rubbish road surfaces. Finally, onto the braking of the car. Brilliant brake pedal. I hate over-assisted brakes, but I equally hate brakes that don't give you that confidence if you're driving with any degree of enthusiasm that they're actually going to stop you when you want to. These brakes again show no vibration through the pedal, which suggests that the brakes and the discs and the pads are all in good order underneath. But it's a really nicely modulated braking system. You know, hit the brake pedal, the brakes are at the top. It's firm, it's solid, but it doesn't throw you into the windscreen. But you can feel they are massively powerful when you do lean on them hard. You know, if you're looking for a really, really nice spec, beautifully looked after car, and you're coming to see it from a distance, then, you know, if I could find something to moan about in here, I would. And I'm having another look around just to see if there's anything at all that I can spot for you. But realistically, I can't. Every switch I've touched works absolutely perfectly. The dual zone climate control system is all absolutely perfect, but it just feels what it is. It's a very well manufactured car, which is probably for its time when they were built new, I'd guess probably the best all-round performance hatch of its time, because it gave, you could look at things like, Renault Meganes, they sort of motoring press sort of went over the top, so there was just scalpel sharp handling, but God forbid anyone who wants to buy a Renault of that type, so they're not going to give you the satisfaction in long-term ownership that these cars can give you. You certainly don't have anything like the build quality or ability to cover distances in, as I said, real and genuine comfort. So anyway, so I hope the video has been of use to you, as brief as it may be, but assured that everything I've touched today works as I've said. I've got if there's a problem, I'll tell you. There's nothing here, so if you are coming a distance to us, then you can do so with confidence. What I would say is, obviously, if I have missed anything which is glaring or otherwise in this or the previous walk around video, then I apologise, and just give us a call.